Hey there, I'm Marcy Billen. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is not my normal time. Usually I go live on Tuesday nights, and today is Thursday, but I'll tell you why here in just a second. I'm Marcy Billen. I'm a real estate agent here in the Oklahoma City Metro. And hopefully you've come to learn a little bit more about what it's like to live in Oklahoma. I do have a few links down in the description if you're watching on YouTube, and those links include how to make an appointment with me if you need to buy a home or sell a home here in the Oklahoma City Metro. It includes a sign up for my newsletter, which I must say, I love my newsletter. Like, I think it's amazing. And I do write it. So I'm glad I think I'm amazing. So if you want to sign up for that, please do. I would love to have you on that. A lot of people actually do after they watch my show. First of all, I'm on here on a Thursday. Not that you guys care, but this is the reason why. Um, I was supposed to do this hard workout this week, basically walking like 6 or 7 miles, and it is really hot here in Oklahoma. And I was like, man, I just want to do it on the absolute coolest day that I possibly can. And Tuesday was supposed to be cloudy. And so that was my plan. And the reason I'm doing these hard workouts is because I am doing, oh, I, because of this hike that I'm going on that's really difficult. And then my trip got canceled. So it's a long story. But anyway, I'm here now. I wanted to do this today with you guys. This is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go through some of the houses that are currently on the market, specifically here in Norman, Oklahoma. I go through these houses every single day. Like, I go through houses on the MLS and I look at them and I'm super fast and I'm like, okay, yes, no, yes, no. I remember things as I go through. Like, I'm a real estate agent. This is what I do. And I know you guys definitely look at homes, and you typically look at homes maybe on realtor.com or the dreaded Zillow. And you probably look at homes a little bit differently than I do. So let's look at some homes together. This is like, I watched like some stuff on YouTube. Like, my own channel is or like my own feed for YouTube is so different than what I actually make content about. I like watch stuff about like painting because I paint a lot, and about journaling because I like to journal and stuff like that. They do a lot of like, oh, do this with me. I want you to look at houses with me, just like I would look at Zillow with you, which I wouldn't do that because we wouldn't be looking at Zillow. I want you to look at the MLS with me, and I want to point out why I would buy these specific houses. These are 5 houses that I think are great. Have I been in any of them? No. Can I tell stuff by looking at them? Yes. I'm not saying that these houses are perfect. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're the only houses that are available at all. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm going to point out the reasons why these houses might be good options. I have not done the research on these for the pricing. I'm not saying anything about like location or anything like that. You guys need to look that stuff up yourself. So, if you have questions or if you have a house that you want me to cover, not like you have a house that you want to sell, like, you can do that too. Please call me. But if you have a house that you want me to look at and kind of analyze, you'll see what I mean. Then let's do that. You can drop those in the comments. I thought about getting a drink. I don't really drink alcohol anymore. I thought about getting a protein beverage because the last meal I had today, right now it's 6:18. Last meal I had was at 11:30, and then I taught for 2 hours, but here we are. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, sharing my screen with you now. Share screen, matrix. Here we go. I would really love it if someone commented, because otherwise I feel like I'm talking to myself. If you don't want to comment, it's fine, but just FYI, I would love that. First off, we have this house. I'm doing all houses in Norman. I'm so sorry. I live in Norman. I love Norman. I think if you're moving to Norman, or moving to Oklahoma, it's a really great place to live. So let's jump into it here. And yes, I am still getting over that sickness that I had. Okay, this first house, the first thing I do whenever I'm scrolling through these, I'm looking as a real estate agent at the neighborhood. This is in Blue Ridge Estates. So as I scroll super fast, like if you want to see, this is how fast I go through houses. And I'm constantly keeping my eyes on the neighborhood because then I know where it's at. So that's what I do. So I look at the neighborhood, okay, I look at the address, and then I jump down to see how old the house is. So here's the thing. There's 174 houses available in. Oh, hey guys. Hey Melanie. Nice to see you. And then hello. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you saying something because I'm just here talking to myself. My chair makes a lot of noise too. So please know that I'm fine. It's just that I like to sit with my feet up and then my feet go to sleep. So then I have to bring them down. And my chair makes noise. So yeah, here we are. Okay. So here we have this. We're in Blue Ridge and we look at the house and it's built in 2020. So the first thought in my mind is like, oh, 2020. That means it's almost a brand new house. Very good. I often tell people to take a look at houses that are in a new neighborhood, but aren't specifically brand new because, it's kinda like getting a brand new car, like, you're gonna pay a premium for a brand new house. So looking at these houses that are almost brand new can be very helpful, and you guys are watching from San Diego. Thank you so much, that's awesome. I have several clients that I've helped from San Diego. It's been a while since I've been to that town too, so welcome. So built in 2020, and then I look at the square footage. It's 2,221 square feet, and then I look at the price. That's kind of how my eyes pop around here. Then I look at how big the lot is. So this property is on half an acre. And that makes sense because all the properties in this neighborhood in Blue Ridge Estates are on half an acre. So I know that I know where that is, but you don't necessarily know where that is. So let me show you. Oh, I didn't. I have to show you this. Oh, mother of God. I have to show you this way. Uh, cool. Okay, so here is the neighborhood. I know you can't see very much of where it is right now. So this is Highway 9. If I zoom out a little bit more, you can see Norman is over here. So it's way out here between basically Newcastle. Newcastle is way up here and Norman. So there are quite a few like new little housing areas, and you can see how like some of it is still farmland if you can just tell by looking at the satellite. So that's where this house is. I have to share the screen again because it doesn't like me. Anyway, please show a map of Oklahoma. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Let's zoom out again on this one so you can see a little bit better, and I will switch it off satellite because sometimes it's hard to look at it. Okay. Mhm. What am I doing? You ever just like lose your train of thought in the middle of something? All right. Here's a map. I'm going to zoom out. So now we have Norman in the shot. And then we have, you can see Oklahoma City in the shot. And now you see all of Oklahoma. It's the dotted line. So we are like directly in the middle. I've had a lot of people ask me if I'm like licensed to practice real estate in other states. And I'm like, yeah, I'm directly in the middle of Oklahoma and I will stay right here. Thank you. So I understand. And I know a lot of people who are, especially Colorado and Oklahoma, that seems to be very popular. Definitely Arkansas and Oklahoma, and then Texas. I don't want to practice real estate in Texas. It is insane. So you are so welcome. So hopefully that gives you an idea of where we're at. I wish there was a way for me to switch back and forth. like that, but it's fine. Here we are. Okay. Okay, so it's 425,000 on a half an acre. This is 4 bedroom, 2.5 bathrooms. So whenever it says, oh, we're still stop screen. Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. I'm very glad that's helpful. Okay. So whenever it says 2.1 on our MLS system, it means 2.5. I don't know what to tell you. It's just how it is. I know, it's weird. Super weird. This is actually in McLean County. Most of Norman is gonna be in Cleveland County. So just note that. So it's way out there. So it definitely is in McLean County. And then we go through the rest of this stuff. So the HOA on this property is $400 a year, not a month, a year. Hopefully, I answer that question a lot. Um, to have something that's $400 a month here in Oklahoma, it's probably a condo or like they better be like doing your laundry, right? Like they better be doing stuff for you. We just don't have that kind of HOA in most parts of Oklahoma. And then you can see the taxes, what they have listed for the taxes right here. So these are property taxes. So it's 3,580. McLean County taxes are different than Cleveland County taxes for sure. To get the accurate taxes on a house, I this is what I do. I call the county assessor and say, "Hey, I have this property. I'm going to buy it for this much. Um, what are my taxes going to be?" And then they do that, the numbers for me. So yeah. All right. And then it has central gas for heat. So almost everything in Oklahoma is going to have a furnace, which is gas. There are electric furnaces. That is a thing. I don't see them very much. And then this is a one level house. Most of our houses here are one level. Let me actually, whoa, not what I wanted. Can you guys see better now? Hopefully. Oh, yeah. Hopefully you guys are watching on TVs. It's so much better that way. One level, it's brick and frame. Almost everything here is brick and frame. So we call them stick builds. The roof is composition, so that's just a normal shingle, probably just a 30-year. And they didn't mark, like, if it's a split plan, though it looks like it is because most of these new houses are. It has an electric air conditioner. It has a gas log fireplace, of course. Slab, almost everything's gonna have a slab unless it was built in, like, 1960. And then no pool, probably no storm shelter, but I'll have to look. Okay. And let's see what your question is. How likely is it to find homes with a basement? Not very likely. It usually like the homes close to campus, which most of them are 100 years old at this point, they might have a basement, but it won't be a good basement. And it's not going to be like one of those that you're going to find in Colorado where you get to like live there. They're like really bad basements. Like not a very tall ceiling, no windows, etc. We just don't really have them here. It's because our water table is really high here in Oklahoma. So they get water in them and ugh, it's a mess. It's a mess. The house I grew up in had a basement. There was actually definitely water in it. I remember going down there once because of a tornado. I was probably like 4 years old at the time. I know that house is still standing, but it definitely had a really sketchy basement with snakes. So yeah, but very good question. Thank you so much for that. Okay, I usually to find I usually to find information, I skim the comments, and sometimes they're funny. So that's always a good time too. Okay, so 4 bed, 2 bath, half acre lot. Yep, flows into the kitchen, blah, blah, blah. Has a privacy fence, a flexible 4th bedroom. Sure, that makes sense. Um, okay, so now we're gonna go through the photos. So this is how I go through photos. I'm gonna go slowly for you. Front of the house, really typical. This is a Dallas style home. You can tell it's Dallas because it doesn't have a giant front porch. Three-car garage, which I think all of the homes in this particular neighborhood have a three-car garage. Probably the HOA is saying that you need to have at least one tree in the front yard. Okay. So here's the aerial. So in this neighborhood, the builder didn't necessarily like put in fences. And so this person put in this fence. This is one of the reasons I chose this home to talk about because this fence is expensive. It's very expensive. So this is a huge value add for this particular house is to have this giant privacy fence. I think that's amazing. So if you're worried about having a fence and the cost of it, which it'll oh, man, this one probably cost him, I'm guessing at least 20,000, $25,000. Um, that yeah, this is a big value add. Okay. So this house has tile floors. I can tell because you can see the grout lines in between the tile. Okay. And you guys said thank you. It varies greatly based on geography, as you said. Yes, it does vary greatly. Like And I'm trying to think of in Eastern Oklahoma if they have more basements, and I think maybe they do. I don't know. Yeah. But people ask me that a lot, so really good question. So you can tell this is tile. You can tell that there's probably a study or something here at the front of the house. And then you can see the kitchen through there. I've been in this plan before. I think it's really cute. So there's the fireplace. So what I'm looking at here is like I'm noticing that there's crown molding. That's a cool ad. It makes it like look really finished and nice. And I'm noticing that they have these sliding barn doors. So this plan's cool because this is the bonus room and it has like that half bath off of it, but you'll see that here in a second. I've just been in this house, not this specific house, but this plan before. And this is like a really cool large office or like a game room, or something like that. Like it's awesome. And let's see. Man, that's a big television. When you look at houses with me, you get fun comments like that. I think it's awesome. So here's the kitchen. It has a we don't see these islands too much anymore where like they're two different levels. I think it dates it a little bit, but it's still very useful. It sucks because you like lose prep space for cooking, right? This has a vent that is vented all the way out through the ceiling. Not all houses have this, even though we have gas on for cooking. I know it's wild, but that's just the way it is. And this is interesting because it has open shelving on one side, black granite countertops, and then a farmhouse sink. Oh, you think that the raised islands are amazing and super modern? Oh, I don't. I don't think they're amazing. I like when the island is all one level. That's what I mean. Yeah. But, granted, not that particular one, but ideal is still putting them in new homes. Are they? I think it's maybe a choice. It's I lived in an ideal home, and mine's all one level, like, it's not elevated on one side, so I really like it that way, but I also don't sit at the bar ever. It's kind of a catch-all sometimes, so, yeah. But, yeah, really, really great thing. We most of these new houses are gonna have islands or at least peninsulas. Okay, so there's the dining room and there's the door outside, which has this has blinds inside the window. You can see that there. Okay. So this doesn't have crown molding in the bedroom, but it has I don't know what they call this ceiling. It's kind of like a it's because of how the roof line is shaped. You guys can see my hands. It's going up kind of like that. This is a pretty big. This looks like a king bed that they have in here. And then here's the bathroom. So they have a tub on the left. Looks like they have quartz countertops. I have those countertops in my own kitchen. And then there is the walk-in shower without a door. Easier for cleaning. And I've heard that people get cold in them. And then I've heard that people don't while you're showering. So, it just depends. So, there's that tub. Right now, standalone or, like, freestanding tubs are really popular. So we see a lot of those. So there's carpet in the bedrooms, but not in this bedroom. So the master, or the primary bedroom doesn't have carpet, but the secondary bedrooms do. So these are what I call the hall bedrooms. And okay, oops. So I love like this is something that I like and I wish I had it in my house, but I don't, is that there's double doors on the closet. I just have one giant door. It drives me insane. And so there's the hall bath. It has the same countertops in there, but it has an inset tub. But it's tiled around. You can see the little tile sticking up here. So it's not like a prefab that they just stuck in there. And that's because of the price range that we're in on this. And then, okay, so this is the study, and it doesn't have carpet in it. Has a giant window that's really nice. This, I would like, I've seen this used as a study. This is a bonus room. And they have carpet in there, and they're obviously using it as a game room, which I think is a really good way to use this one. But it also, to me, can be used as like a multi-generational kind of space because it has the barn doors on it and it has a bathroom. So you can see, I think, yeah, this is the little bathroom. It doesn't have the tub and stuff, but it's nice that at least has a bathroom. So I think that would be a really great space for, like if your aunt lives with you or grandma, mom, dad, whatever. I think it's a nice space. You do have to go through there though to get to the garage because the garage is right through this door here. Okay. Laundry is also in that little space. And then here's the backyard. So, they don't have any trees in the backyard. I really like if you buy a new house, plant a tree in your backyard. One, it's just helpful. And you can see this is a pretty large patio that they have set up here. There's also room here for pool if you want to put one in. Pools have been starting at $60,000. If you have that question. There's a pond close to this house. What's really cool about some parts of this neighborhood is you can actually see downtown Oklahoma City from some of it. This neighborhood is also shop approved, so you can build a shop. That is fine. And that is a fully metal shop that you see there in the distance. So it doesn't have to be like a fancy brick shop or anything like that. Okay. And then there's another person that has a shop over there. Cool. All right. So let's go over here. So this is a Newcastle school district. So all of these are, from my understanding, and you have to do your own research on this. You can send your kids wherever you want. That is my understanding. So I know people that live out here and their kids go to Norman and not Newcastle. So I think it depends. And then this has a tankless hot water heater. Can see that right there. And it does have a storm shelter. It's in the garage, so it's probably like a 4 to 6 person storm shelter. Honestly, like, I know people want, like, really big fancy storm shelters, and that's totally fine if that's what you want, but you're literally using it to save your life, so, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so that was the first one. I'm gonna go on to the next one, and see what you guys think of that. So I'm gonna scroll back to it because a lot of these houses in here are brand new. So I didn't cover any brand new houses because I didn't want to. But we have a ton of brand new houses on the market, and it really skews our days on market. You're asking about the storm shelter. It is underground. So what they do, and I don't know if I have a good picture of it anywhere, is uh the builder will leave a spot in the floor of the garage, and they cut a hole and take out like the bulk of, whatever's under there, dirt and concrete and stuff, and then they put a storm shelter in there. And people this has been a recent question, and I didn't realize that this is what people thought. You don't have to move like, 'cause your car goes over it because it's just like a sliding door in the ground. You don't have to take your car out of the garage to get in it. You pull your car forward and then, like, go, like, in the back of your car and get down there. So your car is still gonna be in the garage, and the cool thing about it is your car, because usually if we have a tornado, there's hail, so your car needs to be in the garage. And if you get caught in there, like, something falls, it's gonna fall on your car, not on top of the storm shelter. I personally just I don't like going down there. Um, we don't have one. It is very interesting. So maybe if there's one another that I can show you what it looks like, then that will be helpful too. So it is fascinating. Agreed. And I tell people too, like the cheapest I've seen them is $3,000. And then like the Oz storm shelters that you can put in your backyard, which are freestanding concrete storm shelters, are usually around $10,000. So it's like a range between 3,000 to 10,000. Okay. This is how fast I usually go through these. So let's get to my next one. Um, I might need to, I don't know where I put it. I went quite a, hmm, 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 hmm. Oh my gosh. There it is. Yeah, this is the next one. So this next one is not on a half acre. This is going to be in Norman itself. And this neighborhood, so the first thing I look at is the neighborhood. This is in Cascade. And I have one client that lives in there. I think so. I know a couple of people who live in here. And so it's gonna be a mix of houses. I think the oldest houses are like 2001-ish. This is a 2005 build. So, 4020 Dornock Lane, Cascade Estates. It was built in 2005, and it's 2,010 square feet. This is on a 0.185 acre lot. I have noticed that in other states, you guys use square footage for the size of lots. I do not. We use acres. So in my head, I kind of know how big that is, and hopefully you'll be able to see too, whenever we look through the photos. Okay, so this says I don't know. I disagree. It's not a colonial or a ranch to me. This is a Dallas style home, but it doesn't matter a ton. So this is a 3-bed, 2-bath. The HOA fee for Cascade, which they do have a pool, is $329. The current taxes on this one is 3,797 a year, which it'll probably go up a little bit with this new price. And then let's see. So it says central electric on heat, which means that it would have a heat pump. I'm not sure that that's true or not. Sometimes, like, we'd have to do some digging on that. And then the builder is West Point Construction Group, which they are still building in Norman, as far as I know, because I heard someone mention them the other day. So this house is $350,000, and it's on a normal city lot. So it says close to I-35, Norman Regional, array of restaurants, and great shopping options. So the reason I chose this is the location. If you're working in Oklahoma City, this is a fantastic location. So I'm going to show you where it is on the map. Okay. Cool. So here's little neighborhoods. These neighborhoods are nice too because like the streets aren't all straight. So it feels like a nice little neighborhood. Lots of people walk in here and stuff. They have a park right here, which I think technically is in Berkeley. This is two different neighborhoods. Like this is Cascade and this is Berkeley, but they share a road. So I mean, is it a big deal? Not to me, but yeah, Berkeley is a very similar neighborhood to Cascade. So the Healthplex, which is the hospital, is right here. That's Norman Regional. So it's really close. And then the interstate is here, I-35. And then, let's see. One of the best parks in Norman is right here as well. It's called Ruby Grant, and it's a really nice park. And I like walking there in the winter because there's not very many trees, so I don't like to walk in the sun. But that's awesome. So in order to get on the interstate to go up to Oklahoma City, like if you were working there, then you would just drive literally less than a mile, hop on the interstate and go north. And I mean, you'd be in downtown pretty fast, depending on what time you leave in the morning. So I do have a video that explains like rush hour and stuff. So you may want to watch that. But that's one of the reasons I thought that this would be a great house to show you. This house also has a 3-car garage, which a lot of people tell me that they want, and I totally understand. So I wanted to show you that. Let me see. I don't think this one has a oh, it does. It has a storm shelter. Maybe there'll be a picture of it and I can show you. This one has a sprinkler system. It has a security system, which doesn't super matter. This one, oh, it has, okay. I don't know why they marked that. Okay. Let's take a look at the photos, shall we? So this was on an interior lot, meaning it's not a corner and it's not on a green belt either. So there's a house behind it. So here's the house. Red brick is very common here in Oklahoma. So this has red brick. And this roof, I can nearly guarantee you, is from 2021 because a giant hailstorm hit this neighborhood in 2021. So you can see that this the front yard is a lot smaller because it's a much smaller lot than the half-acre lot. Okay, the interior, so it does have a formal dining room, which is common in this age of home, and it has the big, like, 14 by 14 tiles. And then it also has, the trim up top, which is awesome. Crown molding. Guys, I couldn't even think of the word. That's really fun. So, it does have some woodwork that isn't common anymore. This woodwork's kind of out of style, so it's more traditional, and a lot of people still really like it, and I think it looks nice. This is more like Berber carpet here, so it means a low pile carpet here in the dining room. Okay, this is a pretty common floor plan. So there's the fireplace, the 2 windows on either side, and then the kitchen, while it's kind of open, is not fully open, and that's very red. Wow. But I mean, it's shiny, like, it's nice, like, it looks pretty, but, it's very red. So it has this granite that it's kind of like tan. Oh, you are still seeing it. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for saying I'm so sorry. I'm changing it, you guys. Oh, goodness. Thank you for saying Here we are. Oh, man. Let me go back and, just back a little bit. Yes, Brian. Thank you. Brian said it too. Like, "What are you doing, Marcy? You're still looking at the map." Jeez Louise. That's so true. Oh. Okay. I'm really sorry. Okay, front of the house, the smaller front yard, and then the 14 by 14 tile, the dining room, um, really common floor plan in this neighborhood. I see it all the time. And this has arches over their little doorways, and this kitchen is a common setup. I call it kind of a corner kitchen. So this kind of kitchen is gonna have more cabinet space than any like the open kitchens. People love the open style kitchens, and I think they're great. I have one in my own house, but there's not a lot of cabinet space because you don't have walls. So this granite is that kind of older style, the tan and the black, which I think still really looks good. Um, this does not have a vented out stovetop. This is a microwave and it doesn't go straight out. That can be fixed. And people ask me for this all the time. Yeah, so it can be fixed. and this has an in-wall oven, so just a one oven. But I really like the kind of beadwork that they have here at the top of these cabinets. Uh, all right. So under cabinet lighting a little bit, which is a little bit dated, but not too bad. The dining room. So this is actually the breakfast nook. That's what we call it because it has a formal dining as well, which a lot of people end up using their formal dining room as an office or a game room because it's like this is the formal dining. Like not a lot of people use it. That is a large bed. That is a large king bed. So yep, this is the primary. So it looks like the carpet needs to be stretched in this room for sure. And probably all over the house. So there's the little master bathroom. So this is marble countertops and then the same tile that's in the entryway. And then it has a garden style tub and the shower. So the shower's tiled around, but it has just a shower pan on the bottom. So the bottom isn't like this is prefab. It's not tiled. And then it has an outhouse or what I call an outhouse. So that's a jetted tub. Jetted tubs are not super popular. You're not going to find them in brand new houses at all anymore. You have to clean them well because they can get a lot of weird junk in their jets. I think this is an Australian closet, which means it's a total wraparound. So it's pretty big. So you just kind of have to walk in. Yeah, it's an Australian closet. It just means that you can walk all the way through and go out a different door. That's all that means. Here's another room. So looks like the front room because the front room is the only one that's going to have this little half moon window at the top. And oh, that's interesting. So this was a thing in the 90s. I haven't seen this in a 2000s house where you can put stuff on top of like this closet space. To me, you can put dirt there. Like that you'd have to clean up, but that's just my opinion. Okay. There's the other one. Here's the hall bath. So same marble countertops. Still has a little bit of wallpaper. And these mirrors they need like it has like a weird edge. So it's just a little dated. It is a tiled around tub in there. So that's very nice. We don't always see that at this $350,000 price point. Here's the laundry room. So this door is going to go to the garage right here. The backyard, so it looks like it's fully guttered. So not every house here is fully guttered. And to me, it's one of the best things you can do for your house is to get guttering all around. For this kind of house, that'll be like probably $2,500 to get full guttering. And what it does, it keeps water more like away from your foundation. Because if water sits next to your foundation, then your foundation can move here in Oklahoma. So I think that's very important. They have a nice yard. This side at least, all the footings, it's like concrete all the way across. So that'll keep that fence in place, let me tell you. And they're all metal posts on the fences, on the privacy fence. And it only has, and people ask me this all the time, there is only a gate on one side of this house, not on both sides. And that is a builder thing. Okay. So there's you can see this is a drone shot of the house. And then you can see the backyard and what the rest of the neighborhood kind of looks like. So you can see how like this house doesn't have a 3-car garage, but the house next to it does. And you can kind of see what their backyards look like. So hope that was helpful. Let me see if there's anything else I missed. Ceiling fan. Okay. So this just came on the market today. And I think that's it. Awesome. All right, let's go to the next page. Okay, I'm going to go back out to one of the neighborhoods that's close to the first house we talked about. So this is called Remington Ridge, and I'm going to remember this time to show you guys the screen back after I show you the map. Matrix. Okay. This is Remington Ridge. So you can see Highway 9 right here. So you have to drive a little bit further away from the highway to get out there. So there you can see Norman. So it is a Newcastle School District and Norman's right there. All right, Brian, let's see. What are the interest rates right now? Right under 7% is what I have seen. I am not a lender. Your stuff will change based on so many factors, but it's been right around 7% for interest rates at this point. So, yep. And we might see that change in the next few months. We shall see. Okay. Okay, so this one is also in McLean County. So this was built in 2007, and then it is 2,024 square feet, so it's $340,000. So that first house we looked at, that was just down the road from this one and built in 2020 was $425,000 on half an acre. This is also on half an acre and it's $340,000. So there's something for everyone here, right? And okay, so this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It also has a 3-car garage. I know you guys like that 3-car garage, so I had to put that in there for you. And this has a 2021 roof, so it's decently new. $200 on the HOA. They don't have a pool in this neighborhood. And let's see. Yeah, it's a Dallas style home, traditional, sure. And it says central electric, so that would be a heat pump on the heat. Okay. I wish they would put it in which direction the property faces because it is helpful, but people don't. It's fine. 200 square foot addition. Oh, okay. So this has a storm shelter. Houses with additions are tough. We'll see what it looks like. This home also includes a new hot water heater and a dishwasher. Hot water tanks are going to last you around 15 years. So it makes sense. 2007. I graduated high school in 2007. So, yep. A large open patio with a fire pit. Fantastic. All right. Let's take a look. No fence. Big expense. No fence. You have a basketball goal, though. That's fun. So this one's kind of cool because it got some like rock on the front instead of just totally brick. Nice. Here is the inside. So it looks like that is luxury vinyl planking, I think, on the floor. It's hard to tell sometimes, but that's what it looks like because it doesn't look like real wood to me. It might be real wood. It's really nice looking. Like no matter what it is, like I really like it. So this has crown molding in it. It has this fireplace, which I think this is out of all the houses we've looked at today, this is my favorite fireplace. And it has some built-ins next to it. Those windows are amazing. I love that. Okay. I like this color of wood better, personally, more of an oak. And then here's the kitchen. So very different kitchen, not open at all. This kitchen might do well with some sort of rolling island because of how large it is. And then you can see that large pantry there on the side. So it looks like it could have been vented out, but it's probably not because that microwave is there for the stove. Sorry, I have this thing on my, yeah, it's annoying. And then, so it's green, which isn't bad. Has really big tile on this backsplash. I'm trying to show you like what goes through my mind as a realtor and I'm looking at these houses. So they're using this space. There's some sort of like poker table. It's board games. Oh my God. Don't make me play a board game. I don't play board games. I don't like games. Okay. I really like this space. So this is maybe the addition they were talking about. Good plant room. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Tray ceiling in here for the primary bedroom. It looks like a king size bed. Looks like a little bit older carpet. It's purple. Mm-hmm. Well, she's crafty. I have one of those too. I have I call it the art cart. So, yes, I have one, and they're amazing. I love it. Okay. So here's the primary. Oh, this is really big. That's so nice. So it has 2 closets. I just know because I've been in this plan before. And it's cool because the vanity is set up off the floor on these little legs, so it's more traditional, but it like makes the space feel bigger whenever there's open stuff underneath there. And then this shower is it doesn't have a tiled floor, but it's tiled surround. Well, that's cool. So I can usually look like kind of closely and see like how bad the cabinets are worn. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. This is also, if you look at the walls, it's very heavy on the texture. So you can really see it here through this window. This is marble on the countertops. And then these are 2 closets. And then that I've seen people take this out and put a big shower, and then don't ask me what they do with the other shower space, like, I have no idea, but in a lot of houses, I don't see a like a bathtub in the primary suite. I like mine, I have one, I like it, but a lot of people don't, so they just take it out and put in a big shower, so it's always a possibility. That's green. That's all I'll say about that. They did sort of like this rustic thing on the doors. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't think they did a bad job from what I can see in these photos, which is not my favorite. But I think it matches the vibes of the house. So, that is a prefab set in shower tub combo and same marble countertops, nothing crazy. You can still see that really heavy um texture on the walls. Guys, pet peeve. Take down your personal photos when you're listing your house. Here's the thing. I work with a lot of buyers, a lot. So I show a lot of houses, and whenever you've got your photos up and people are walking through your house, they feel awkward. They feel awkward anyway because they don't like they feel like they're infringing on your space. Like not every buyer, but most buyers feel this way. So if you have your pictures there and like your kids like looking at them, they don't like it. Take them down. Take them down. It's really important. Like, I cannot stress this enough. It's very important. Oh, that's a nice color. I like what color they painted that. It's like a white, kind of like what we picked for your house, Brian. I think it looks good. Okay. And they have a study. This is the 4th bedroom. And then here's the laundry. So you can see kind of the wear and tear on the corner of this room. So they probably had some sort of shelf here. You can see like the dirt on the walls and stuff. So that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for whenever I'm looking at these houses. Oh wow, that's really I like that. That's nice. I wish they had a covering over it, but it's still really cool. And then some sort of American Ninja situation happening. That's cool. They have just a big yard. They just don't have a fence. So if you need a fence, this house doesn't have it. Some trees. That's nice that they planted those because those are expensive. Like, probably 700 for each tree to get them like installed. Because like I'm not digging a hole. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's the back again. There's the drone shot. I think this is yeah. So this isn't necessarily a green belt. Ugh, it's so annoying. But it's farmland. So I say it's annoying because like these are cedar trees out here. It just means someone wasn't spraying for them and because they leach the soil. Anyway, I don't like them, but that's what those are. Okay. Cool. That's a good house, guys. I like that one. I like that one a lot. You can hear my voice kind of I taught for 2 hours today, like taught class. So it's catching up with me now. Definitely catching up with me. I think we have 2 houses to go. Does that sound right? Did we do 5? Yeah, I think we have 2 because Quail Springs one is the second to last. Okay. Quail Springs, this is in Norman, and I used to live like pretty close to this neighborhood. I think one of my clients lives pretty close. I really like this house because it has this big lot. So it's a 0.33 acre lot. So 0.25 is pretty big, but 0.3, like this is a nice lot. And I know this has been sitting on the market for a while. And I know that Donna would love for me to sell this house. Donna was one of my mentors whenever I started real estate, and I still call her a lot. for help, but she is amazing. So I know that she would love to sell this house. But sometimes, they just take a little while. So this is in Norman. It's closer to that house that we looked at in Cascade. So let me show you on the map really quick where it's at. Mm, stop screen. Cool. All right. Here's where it's at. So this this right here is a shopping center place, a really great Starbucks. It's a great Starbucks because they don't have a drive-through. I hate the Starbucks with a drive-through because like everyone feels so anxious in there, but this one's just like a chill, like neighborhood coffee shop. I really like that. These houses on these tiny little lots are patio homes. So that means that they have a zero lot line. So really, really tiny lots. A lot of people that don't, want a big lot to maintain. And then 36 is going to be a pretty busy street for Norman. And you can see the interstate's right here. So there's like banks and stuff over here and things like that. The movie theater's right there, or one of the movie theaters. And so what's really cool about this house and the location is that it's not on the busy street, it's 4 houses off the street. So you just like this street, people do go pretty quickly. So you just turn down the street and it's right there. So that's really cool to me. I like that about this location. It's going to be pretty quiet. All right. Cool. Okay. So this is built in 1998 in the last century. I love saying that. Just not about my own age. And then it's $335,000, 2,212 square feet. Much older house, so it's going to be priced accordingly. There's an HOA fee in this neighborhood, which I'm kind of shocked. It's $180. I don't know what they're doing with that. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house. It says it's on a green belt. I guess it kind of is. And the roof is 2022 because of the hail. It probably had 2 new roofs on it that year because we had 2 hailstorms. That was fun. And let's see, central gas, so it has a furnace, central electric. Let's see. The roof was replaced in 21. She has it on 22, but yeah, HVAC was 2019. That system, the HVAC system on these houses are going to be pretty expensive. So I look for that. Like, how old is that system? It's really important because if you have to replace it within your first year, like you're talking like $15,000 to get that replaced. Engineered wood floors or wood like tile. Nice. And it does have a storm shelter. Maybe we'll actually see a photo of one. I don't know. We don't take pictures of garages. That's why we're not seeing photos of them. This does also have a 3-car garage. And let me check. Yeah, so there's like a little green belt back here. So this is a drainage ditch. But it's nice because like there's no houses directly behind you, so it tends to be a little quieter. Okay. Back to this. That red brick, and it looks like it has full gutters all the way around the house. Really nice landscaping in the front there. So there's the tile. Oh wow, that crown molding is huge. That it's just like really thick. Oh, that piece there that they have is an antique too. That's pretty. Okay. I love the color of the walls. They clearly had it freshly painted. Like you can definitely see that it is. That's a nice piano. So they have a little valance on top of that window. That's kind of cool. Trying to see what kind of piano it was. Okay, so lots of wood in this house. Um, I sometimes I get the feedback from people that they don't like all of that wood. It doesn't look modern. I mean, it's a traditional look, so you have to be prepared for that, right? Going into the house. And then I like that woodwork on the little column there on the entry or the like entrance to the living room. The gas fireplace. Okay, so the kitchen is what I call a corner kitchen. So it's like kind of open, like you're not going to be completely closed off. from the living, but you're not gonna be able to, like, fully look into it either. Okay, there's the dining. I like that blue, though, that looks nice. And then oh, they have quite the crystal set. So it looks like it has granite countertops that are mostly black with, like, gold in them, and it looks like the sink is like, that part has been updated. I guarantee you, like, that was not, from 1998, I don't think, like, I could be wrong, but, and then this backsplash, probably this was redone in, like, I'm guessing, like, 2010-ish, and the double oh, no, that's a microwave and then an oven on the wall there. That's cool. And then you have a gas range, and that might not be vented out, but it's easy to fix, because it goes all the way to the ceiling, it looks like right there, so that's cool. And it has a split sink, so it's not a farmhouse, but not everyone likes that. Not everyone likes that. Okay, so in here, there was real wood floor in the living room, but this is tile or engineered. I can't see the grout lines very well, so we'll see. Okay. Pretty high ceiling in here, so this has a door that goes out to the backyard. So this is the primary bedroom, I think. It looks like it also has an old intercom system. Like, how cool. I don't know if it works. It may work. That would be nice to leave your phone somewhere else. Okay, so they put that looks like granite on the countertops, little gray bathroom. Actually like whenever the grout lines in the bathroom are dark, because then they don't look so bad when they're dirty. What is that? It's like a slab of, yeah, it looks like some sort of slab of maybe granite around this tub. It's not bad. That's a big closet. Oh, it needs to be finished along the top there. They probably just painted it themselves, but it's just a closet. I do like whenever there's you can see natural light in your closet, because you can just get ready so much easier. And they have a little window seat. Those look like older doors, but they look like solid wood. Looks like these are tile floors. So this is maybe a Jack and Jill bathroom, which is also really cool for multi-generational living. Like, that's really helpful. And I don't think that's a prefab shower. I think it's actually got tile, which is great. It's a big desk. I've got a little valance on that too. And then what we call a boob light. Looks like a half bath here. This is that half bath they were talking about. Maybe right next to, it's hard to tell where that is. Um, and then their washer and dryer. So here's the backyard. So I think they've done quite a bit of work on this backyard. So uh like, the outside space isn't important to everyone, but it's like half and half, definitely, because it's a lot of work and not everyone likes to spend time outside, for sure. So this is a pretty big space. So here's the thing. Grass doesn't grow under trees, but these are big trees, and so that it becomes an issue. You have to have a certain kind of grass, and then you have to make sure you water it. So sometimes it just gets away from you. So I understand. Yep, it's a lot of trees. So it'll keep your house a little bit cooler. It'll be nice to sit out there at night. Maybe if it's not like, huh, outside looks really weird right now. And your neighbor has a pool, so maybe you can make friends and have a pool too. That'd be awesome. Sweet. Okay. Next is I did it on this first page. Yeah, Gallant. Okay. So this neighborhood, this is also on a huge lot, which is why I picked it. People just ask me for big lots a lot. So I figured if y'all are asking for that and you guys are the ones calling me, then like that's what you're looking for, right? Okay, so let me show you where this is. I love this neighborhood, and I have multiple clients who live in here. It has a huge park and it has really nice walking trails. That's why I like it. That is why I like it. Okay. Here we go. All right. So this is It is in Cambridge. Cambridge. Oh, it's in Cambridge Place. So sorry. There's 2 Cambridges on this side of town. But yeah, one of my uh, close friends lives in this neighborhood too. So, yep. All right. So to show you where it's at. So this is Main Street. Um, not like downtown, but it's like Main Street on the other side of town. And so you can see where everything is. So one thing that people ask me, because like, I mean, you look at this, right? So this is Norman, and people are like, are they going to build more houses out here? No, no, they are not, because it's a floodplain. So it just because it's you can see like this like estuary here, and then the river, right? So they can't build houses there. So it's just always kind of gonna have that country feel, which is kind of cool, right? For that spot, I think. And then this one, is that a green space? Yep, that's a green space, so that's nice. And these are apartments. So just something to keep in mind. Those are apartments. They're not terrible. Like they keep them up really well. It's actually where I used to go vote. Like they've been doing a lot of work on those apartments. Okay. Matrix. This is my last one, guys. So if you have any questions, then you better get them in now. So Cambridge Place, and um, let's see, 2001 was the year built, 1990 square feet. That's confusing. Estuary humidity. Good question. It's humid all the time. I mean, not in the winter. In the summer, it's humid. It's not humid Austin, Texas humid. That's terrible. But it's humid here. And no, it does that's not gonna make a difference in the weather necessarily. It's just humid because it's humid everywhere. Like today, it's 95 degrees, humid. Yeah. So the river is just something that we deal with in Norman. It sometimes can mean that tornadoes like flat land. So when you have the river there, sometimes it like destroys it. So yeah. Mosquitoes. Yeah, people ask me that a lot too. As long as the water is running, which it typically is, no on the mosquito front. Oh my gosh, you guys, I went to this house on Saturday morning, and they had a above ground pool that they had just like let, you know, they weren't doing anything with it. I'm covered in mosquito bites. So yeah, not like that. And these mosquitoes wouldn't even move whenever I moved. Like I had to murder them. It was terrible. It was terrible. So no, not necessarily mosquito issues down there. Like you're gonna have mosquitoes in general, but not like attacking you like they were attacking me because of the horrible pool that happened at that house, which wasn't even really a house. So that's my answer for that. Like I live next to 3 ponds and we really don't have mosquitoes. The water though isn't like stagnant, right? Yeah. Yes. I was dancing to try to get those mosquitoes off of me. It was bad. Okay, so we have 2001 was the year built, 3-bed, 2-bathroom. And point 0.3, it's large, 329,000, $150 on the, HOA here. It's it's still got, like, really good walking because there's so many trees in this neighborhood, and you can tell even from the pictures that there's so many trees. So that just makes it cooler, you know, and something to look at. Like, walking without something to look at is really tough. It's really tough. Okay. And then so this is in Truman, Whittier, and Norman North School District right here. Definitely do your own research. All of our elementary schools in Norman are named after presidents besides one, which is Lakewood, I think. And then the middle schools are named after authors, American authors, Whittier, Longfellow, etc. And then we have 2 high schools, Norman North and regular Norman High. And so, this one's been on the market for a little bit. We've got this one have shouldn't mark like anything on here. Has a pool, obviously it's concrete. It has a disclaimer, which is interesting. Yeah, the roof's gonna be 2021 because of the giant hailstorm. And the taxes 3,412. Central gas, electric. Yeah. And it has that 3-car garage. Let's take a look. So you can see the pool. What is that? Driveway. Oh, that's interesting. So the front yard is having this little issue once again with the dirt and not growing grass. Looks like they haven't done much in terms of like they cut something off, probably a holly bush right there, but they haven't done anything to the flower beds. And then this, I love this. Like this looks so nice, and I don't know why it's still sitting on the market. Like this looks so nice to me. I love the floors. I love them. This is the living room. So they painted that fireplace black, which is an interesting choice. There's no crown molding in this one, but we're kind of in that price range where you're not going to see it as much. And it's a really big space though. So here's the kitchen. So it's not very big, and that's probably one of the issues they're having with it. That's the breakfast nook. I'm trying to get back to the kitchen. They didn't take any pictures of it because it looks like there's formica on the countertops, but I can't tell. So, yeah. This door over here is to the garage. And they don't have any this is a flip house, I would say, most likely, which is hysterical that they have a disclaimer on it, but I'll explain why here in a second. So there's a tray ceiling. This is a primary bedroom. These are tile floors. That's marble countertops. So I can tell that those vanities are a little worn, just by looking at it. And they did not replace this shower. That is the original shower for this house, 100%. They did not replace the bathtub either, and you can see that it's worn. They didn't replace the tile around it, which doesn't look terrible. A little messy around the window there. They put new carpet in here. And that's all the pictures I have of that. Okay. This is Berber carpets, new. So it's a low pile. Interesting. I wish like, it feels so cold to me because they didn't put window treatments back up. That's my opinion. They replaced all the doors. Like, those are brand new doors. I don't think that those are original. I think that they replaced them. That's a prefab inset tub shower combo. And yeah, if they may have, I think they just painted those vanities. Yeah, that's original to the house. Front bedroom with a Berber carpet. They put all the new ceiling fans in. People here love ceiling fans. I don't have any in my house, but most people have one in every single room. And the closet, those look like the original doors. They were just painted. And then the laundry room. Okay. Here's the pool. It's got a lining. It's not necessarily concrete, so it's lining. And it's got nice tile all the way around. That's awesome. Oh, it's a deck with a it's a big I'm like, what would they use that for? How does it connect? It's just huge. It's giant. That is insane. But I'm sure they had a good reason for doing it, right? I don't know. Huh. I wish there was a little bit more info on that house. Like, there's just like I'm just not seeing enough, and it doesn't have gutters, I don't think, all the way around, which it says it has a disclaimer, so I said I was going to explain that to you. Uh, it does. It has a disclaimer. So a disclaimer means that you haven't lived in the property. Or you don't have any knowledge. It doesn't necessarily mean that you haven't lived there. You're saying you don't have knowledge about it. To me, it looks like someone, probably the person selling this house, flipped this house. So meaning that they did all the work. So they probably have more knowledge than they think. So to me, it's just they're not protecting themselves from litigation at a later date. So let me see here. So this is I go in here, iHomes Inc. So it says that they lived in the house, because that's the address. So, let me see. Let me see when they bought it. Yeah. Yes, there is more to this story. Yeah, I'm sure I'll go in this house at some point. A lot of people don't want a pool, so sometimes I don't show the houses with pools. Let's see here. This is what I see on my end for the county assessor. Okay. Sold in 2002. Isn't it crazy that I know this person? I I know them. Yeah. Definitely do. Definitely know them. It's a small town. Norman's a small town. Ah, okay. Cool. All right. Guys, I do hope that this was super helpful for you. This is how I look at properties every day. And yeah, if you need more information or want me to do this again, will you just let me know? That way, yeah, we can see uh, what else Oklahoma has to offer. Maybe we'll do a different town or a different price range or something, but let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys later.